Hello, everyone, to the third podcast. Your host is SRT Warriors, and we're here to talk about the never-ending expansion of electric cars. And there seems to be a lot of electric cars that recently been released. For example, the new Ford, or should I say 2021 Mustang Mach-E, if that's how you pronounce it, and also the Tesla Cybertruck that released soon after Ford released its full electric vehicle. Now, I want to tackle first the Tesla Cybertruck, and it looks pretty weird, to say the least. Looks pretty weird. The pricing options on it seem to be pretty reasonable for a single motor rear wheel drive version of it, which would cost you around $39,000. But I guess if you're taking into account the tax credits that you'll receive depending on which state you live in, I live in New York, and I believe the tax credit for electric vehicle could go up to $6,000 or $5,000, then you're probably looking at a $34,000 full electric vehicle that looks very odd and strange. And there are other trimming options to it. The dual motor all-wheel drive version, which would cost you $49.90. And let me just reiterate what the price was for the single motor. It wasn't $39, it was $39.90. And the tri-motor all-wheel drive version will cost you around $69.90. And if you want the self-driving version of this vehicle or the self-driving feature, then it would cost you around another $7,000. And if you want to submit a configuration, and if you want to put an initial down payment to it, then they're only asking for $100. And I think some people will buy it, not a lot of people, I'm not sure. The Tesla market seems to be pretty reliable in terms of their customer base. They'll just buy anything that this dude Elon produces, even if it looks like a truck that a 5-year-old can make in preschool. So apparently the trims that you decide to get go with a variety of range options. So for example, if you chose the bottom line, the single motor rear-wheel drive version of it, then it'll go 250 plus miles on it, and the towing capacity is 7,500 pounds, and 0 to 60 time is less than 6.5 seconds. So it seems to be pretty slow for the rear-wheel drive version. And as you go up in options, the towing capacity, the range, and the 0 to 60 time goes less. So for the mid option, it's 300 miles of range, 10,000 pounds of towing capacity, and 4.5 seconds or less. It's showing a less than 4.5 seconds sign on the screen, 0 to 60 time. And the tri-motor all-wheel drive is 500 miles of range, 14,000 pounds of towing capacity, and less than 2.9 seconds for 0 to 60. So I would say that the tri-motor all-wheel drive version is mostly resembles what the Model S and what the Model X produce, and I would say the mid trim level would be what the Model 3 produces in terms of numbers. It seems to be pretty obscure, like I mentioned before. It mentions that the Ecoskeleton, which is a Cybertruck, which is part of the Cybertruck build with the exterior shell for unlimited durable and passenger protection, and better yet, the whole entire exoskeleton is made of, the materials here somewhere, I just saw it, some type of, here we go, ultra hard 30x cold rolled stainless steel, which stainless steel helps with corrosion, which it specifies here. And most importantly, it's really, really strong cold rolled stainless steel, because I'm assuming what their initial purpose of this vehicle is to do off-roading, to go on the desert. I don't even freaking know. It's showing pictures of dune buggy with this car, and the interior looks reasonable as well. That's my new favorite word today, reasonable. And it seems like it's which specifies in the website, versatile utility vehicle, which, okay. But the question is how many people are actually going to buy this for its initial purpose? So you see a lot of other cars like Range Rovers, I don't know, Jeep Wranglers, and all these other cars that are meant to be versatile utility vehicles, and you see them driving all around the streets. So the question is, how many units is Tesla going to sell? And who knows, it's probably for publicity, and they're trying to get attention for something else that they're trying to release. Who knows? Probably they'll release something in a week that's better than this. And it's the same situation with the trucks that he released in collaboration with the supercar that apparently they're gonna release next year, I think. And I think it's a marketing strategy to veer consumers' eyes on something more attractive to the eye than just this box or this obscure angular vehicle. And there's a video that's also trending on YouTube. It's 12 trending for gaming, which is odd because I don't even know why this would be trending under gaming. And the category of the video is autos and vehicles. But the author is, or the YouTube channel is Business Insider, and watch Elon unreveal its pickup truck in under 6 minutes. So we're just going to listen along to this video and see what he says, and just see if I have anything to add on to this.
Trucks have been the same for a very long time. We need something different, and we need sustainable energy now. So I present to you the Cybertruck.
And the truck is rolling out right now. Everyone cheering.
Like anything else.
That's for sure.
The functionality I'm going to describe is within a space that is less than the most popular pickup truck in the United States, the F-150. And we're able to achieve much greater capability in the same dimensions, same weight. We moved the mass to the outside. We created an exoskeleton. So normally, the way that a truck is designed, you have a body on frame, you have a bed on frame. The body and the bed don't do anything useful. They're carried like cargo, like a sack of potatoes. So we're able to make the skin out of thick, ultra-hard stainless steel. Franz has a sledgehammer. It's a regular truck door.
So there's a huge dent.
Nice. Now hit the Cybertruck. Same thing. Hit it harder.
Yeah, didn't even make a dent.
What if we shot it? Let's shoot it. That's a 9mm bullet shot at the door. We're in California, unfortunately. The 9mm, it is literally bulletproof to a 9mm handgun. That's how strong this is.
So I like to quote something here. So it seems like he's trying to compete with Ford in a response tactic to what they released, because it's just too coincidental that Ford releases their truck and all of a sudden Tesla releases their truck. And he also mentions the F-150, which I think it's a subliminal shot towards Ford, saying that you guys don't make great trucks, so I'm just going to make my own great truck. But what I see with the problem with the exoskeleton in the future is maintenance. And you know what happens if, because stupidity is unlimited, what happens if someone decides to get into like an accident with this vehicle, but they don't destroy the entire car, but they destroy a portion of the car where the exoskeleton is? And how can you possibly fix that? Because the only way you can fix that is removing the entire exoskeleton and installing a new one, which I'm probably ahead of myself. He probably specifies it later in this video, but it's just a comment that I'm just curious about in terms of maintenance and repair and reliability issues that possibly people may encounter if they have like a huge dent or anything for that matter on the exoskeleton. So let's continue on with the video.
Skin is. So, when you say something's built tough, that's what we mean. But what about the glass? Seems like a vulnerability. We have transparent metal glass. Let's show some of the tests. What can we do with this? Normal car glass. Shatters immediately. Now I'll show you Tesla Armor glass. Yeah. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, Franz, can you try to break this glass, please? Sure. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Room for improvement. In addition, the car has an adaptive air suspension. It's going to have the highest clearance of any production truck. So we're going to have about a 16-inch clearance, and you can adjust this on the fly. The rear is 100 cubic feet, 6.5 foot length, bed length, up to 3,500 pounds payload. But what about a real world test? Like let's actually have a tug of war here with an F-150.
With Ford again. This is funny.
I mean,
it's just pulling the Ford.
So let's see, on-road performance.
So he's obviously tearing Ford a new asshole. This is the purpose of this video. He doesn't care what the design looks like. He doesn't like. I think his point is I'm going to design an uglier truck that can outsell Ford's F-150. This is the message that I'm trying to convey in this video, because it seems like with this, which we'll get to in a moment, the Mustang Mach-E 2021, it seems like they've replicated in a way of what Tesla's doing. And what Elon's doing right now is he's just giving Ford the middle finger, and the middle finger is this video that we're hearing on.
Let's compare it to a Porsche 911. Yeah, this is a current edition Porsche. In terms of off-road performance, it's going to have the best angular approach angle, best clearance heights, best departure angle. For people that really going off-road, this is going to be great. You could basically do the Baja Rally on this thing. 3 ranges. Port outlets for 110 and 220 volts. So you don't need a generator. The truck literally is your generator. Because it's got an air suspension, we can tap off the air suspension so you have a pneumatic source. Of course, it will come with autopilot standard. So there'll be 3 versions. And but it's
So, okay, I think we get the point here. It seems like what he's doing is he's reshaping what utility vehicle or versatile, the marketing term, versatile utility vehicle means in the market. And he's showing it in this video. And what's even more funny is that he didn't even show the Silverado, the Ram. It was the Ford F-150, which in the past Elon has had issues with Ford with, for example, the Model 3 was supposed to be the Model E, but Ford specified to Tesla that if they made the Model 3 the E, then they were going to sue them. And what Tesla's models, what all of them spell out is supposed to be sexy, which you have the Model S, the Model 3, which is supposed to be the E, the Model X, and I'm not sure if they have a Model Y out. But yeah, like, he obviously has a grudge against Ford, which is funny. So the transition on that, we're going to the Ford Mustang Mach-E 2021. I don't understand why they had to make the car as a Mustang. Why couldn't they call it something else? But it's whatever. I think what Ford is trying to do is they're trying to make Mustang a performance line instead of a car itself, if that makes sense. Because the Ford GT is a limited car, and not many people can afford it, so they're just trying to diversify the Mustang family, as they specify on their website, an electrical new addition to the Mustang family, built from all passion of its iconic heritage, which is bullshit. Mustang Mach-E is a new shape of freedom, which I don't even know what that means, but okay. Get ready for 0 to 60 thrills with 0 emissions. Reserve your first edition. Quantities limited. So who knows how many they're going to make with these? Who knows? But apparently the first edition's almost sold out, and they have a lot of trim levels. So they have the first edition, the Select, the Premium, California RT1 edition, and the GT edition. So let's start with the GT edition. The GT edition looks very similar to, I forgot the name of those Alfa Romeo crossovers. Let me just look it up for a second. It's not the Giulia Alfa Romeo SUV. The Stelvio. That's what it's called, the Stelvio. The wheels look very similar to the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and just the side image of it looks very similar to it as well. So this vehicle, this trim level, starts at $60,500, and it's available spring of 2021, and packages coming soon. So the key features of this vehicle would be a 20-inch cast aluminum wheels, permanent electric dual motor all-wheel drive, micro inserts, and copper metallic stitching. Okay. Hands-free foot activated liftgate, memory driver seats, and power folding mirrors. Okay. So it sounds like a standard SUV. And I don't know. I would get a Stelvio instead of this car, to be honest with you. The Stelvio looks more attractive, I think, and it's cheaper. The MSRP of a Stelvio is around $41,345 for the base model, and the highest model that you can go to is the Quattro Folio, which is pretty expensive, around $80,000. But I think the TI edition looks pretty attractive as well. It's just a simple 2.0 4-cylinder motor with 280 horsepower. But with the other trim level that the Mustang Mach-E offers is the California RT1 edition, which estimates to be $5,240 and also is available early 2021, uniquely equipped for max mileage or max range, whatever that means. So instead of the 20-inch cast aluminum wheels, it comes with the 18-inch aluminum wheels and aero inserts. I don't even know what that means, but okay. And unique California Route 1 badging. Okay. So there's nothing else interesting. The 360 camera. It's like they're making it seem like these selected features plus is something that no other car offers, which these features that I'm specifying here should be with the car and not come with selected features. It just doesn't make sense. But with the GT version, it's key features. So if whatever I specify with the GT, with the features, with the cast aluminum wheels and etc., you get those. But with all the other models, it seems like they're only key selected. Well, okay, it varies. But the California has selected Features Plus and also the Premium, which is $2,000 lower than the California edition. And it comes with 19-inch aluminum wheels, hands-free, foot-activated liftgate, which I specified before with the GT, fixed glass roof, and 360-degree camera. I'm just spitting out what catches my eye and what seems interesting, because like I said before, these plus features, like selected features, shouldn't be plus. It should come standard with the car. It should, because you can get these features on like a modern day Japanese vehicle, which, to be honest, I think Ford is competing with, such as Subaru, Toyota, all these other Japanese manufacturers who are just eating Ford's lunch once it comes to this type of niche in the car market. And there's another trim called Select, which starts at $43,895 and comes in early 2021. Comes with 18-inch aluminum wheels, next generation sync, which all of them come with it, so okay. And phone as a key. No. Like, what happens if your phone dies then? I hope that's not the only option, which would suck. But I think I heard from someone, I forgot who it was, that their relative was trying to buy a Mercedes, and the only key that was available for the Mercedes was only available on their phone. Which is crazy, because what happens if your phone dies, and where are you going to go? Who are you going to, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, your phone shouldn't be the central hub to your life and what you hold dearly, especially your car. So hopefully when they specify home as a key, phone as a key, that it's not your only option and they come with a spare key. So the first edition, which is almost sold out, comes with 19-inch aluminum wheels, hands-free, yada yada, panoramic, red painted brake calipers, who gives a shit, First edition scuff plates, I don't really care. So this one is 59,900 and is available around late 2020, limited quantity, almost sold out. So okay. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but this vehicle looks very similar if you're looking at it from the front, to a Model X. It just looks very similar to it with the face, with the hood, how it's shaped, and all the other things to it. It just seems very, very similar to this vehicle. So the estimated range, I'm not sure if it varies for each version, is around 300 miles. The GT with options, so I think what it's telling you, depending on which option you pick, the 0 to 60 target is around mid 3 seconds, and the extended range for the rear wheel drive is 47 miles in 10 minutes. Estimated average DC charge. So reservations explained. You need to put down the $500 refundable deposit if you want to have one, or if you want to reserve for one. Verify that all the information and pricing from your dealer is correct. Make any edits to your vehicle configuration you like and confirm your order. First shipments complete your purchase by adding a method of payment, trade-in, vehicle, accessories, and more. Then take your brand new Mustang Mach-E. I'm not really impressed. It's not because it's Ford, because I love and hate every car manufacturer equally. I just don't see how this car is great. I honestly like the design of it, but at the same time, the same design comes from the Model X, and I think the Model X looks better, and most importantly, it probably has better reliability than the Ford, probably. Who knows? We'll just have to see. But my guess is most probably the car might sell. It will not. It's hard to see, because the car market right now is unpredictable at this point of who and what these car manufacturers will release, because I think they're just running out of ideas at this point, especially the Cybertruck that Tesla released, which is pretty funny. The car, oh my god, it just looks so ugly. But like I said, I think they'll sell because Elon has a strong connection between himself and the buyers, especially with the presentation. So we'll just see at this point. And I think that's all the news that we have. But other than that, with the content that I released, it was yesterday and today, with giving Zero Fuchs and SRT8 Core and AJ Harrison, I think all their names are. With the memes, it's pretty funny with the criticism that I received with those memes, and I just kept egging it on over and over again, and I just don't care. I just don't, because I thought it was funny for the first time, but as the criticisms piled on, I just received more and more activity with those posts, and I thought it was funny as hell, and I just kept posting it, and my troll level was at an all-time high. But I think if criticism comes into play, then try to do it constructively, I guess, is my best advice. But other than that, don't want to beat around the bush with that. But this is the end of this episode. I hope all of you found this informative, and we'll see you next Saturday.